business in you. Now, the host of Aaron's Hour, Aaron Phillips.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Aaron's Hour, coming to you live from Virginia Beach, Virginia. That's right. I'm coming to you live, at least for right now, like Memorex, from Virginia Beach. John is back in Las Vegas, but as you can see, once again, I continue to get the tough jobs around here. I always get the beautiful women to talk to and introduce and have some fun with. Sitting next to me is the owner of one of my newest advertisers on the show. You've seen the commercials for the last couple of weeks. You've seen it on Facebook. You're seeing it all over my social media. AaronsHour.Vegas it's up on. Sweet Peas Bakehouse. This is Pamela Richards. She is the owner and the baker and the chief cook and bottle wash behind this company. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, she makes some good stuff, folks. Let me tell you. Welcome to the show, my friend. How are you this morning?
Thank you. I'm doing great.
Excellent. Excellent. I've John, you'll appreciate this. How many times do we get people that come in the studio in the interview and they all like get nervous and all out of sorts? Well, Pamela, I've promised her that she will survive. And I noticed that with this back screen, my New York Giants wrestling belt wants to peek through the back there. So we'll have to try to fix that during the timeout. Anyway, want to welcome everybody to the show. If you're watching us on Facebook, as always, thank you so very much for checking us out there. Also, you have the WWDBTV Las Vegas Facebook page. Should be available there as well. YouTube will have it on the same channels. And then, of course, in a couple of days from now, you know what you can go? You can go to Roku for now, right? Not right now because the show's not on Roku yet, but in a couple of days after viewing this, you can check it out. Not only you have to download the WWDBTV channel to Roku, and then just go out there. There's a plethora of shows and options. Not only all of the Aaron's Hour shows or Kiwanis Connects, Doing It with Styles, and all the great shows that are there. But there's a lot of good stuff. I don't know if you see that message there from our studio. So that's how we commute. John's task in his life is always to foul me up whenever we do a show. Just thought I'd tell you that. But now he's doing it through the chat box. He usually sends me messages. So I have to keep an eye over there. And he loves throwing curveballs at me to kind of throw me off my game. So anyway, so thank everybody for watching. Listen, I'm very serious here. See what I mean? So we're going to talk and learn about Pamela. We're going to talk about what she has available, and it's good. Now listen, yes, these are all chocolate, right? What's the topping on these things, by the way? That is drizzle on the top there. What is the top on there? I mean, it's not icing, right?
Yeah. It's just I make my own icing, but it's just a vanilla drizzle with a chocolate drizzle.
See, just chocolate vanilla drizzle. Don't you just love the way that sounds? But it's healthy. These are vegan, right?
Yes, they are.
Vegan.
Yes, they are.
Now, those of you who know me personally for all the years, especially back there in Vegas, you know I'm not necessarily a vegan. But let me tell you, folks, you wouldn't know that these are vegan. I can tell you that much. These are excellent. We got some more to show you to talk about. And, of course, you can also go to the website, www.sweetpeasbakehouse.com. Plethora of stuff that are cakes, cookies, and stuff. There's a specialized menu. If you don't see it on the website, it's like Burger King. You can call and order what you want, and hopefully, I know Pamela can take care of it, right?
Absolutely.
All right. So, you know what time it is, John? Let's do it. It is time for Vegas Unwrapped 2.0.
With a nod to the past and an eye to the future, here is Aaron Phillips with Vegas Unwrapped 2.0.
I'm so glad that little intro ran because Pamela didn't know that I'm into Batman. And she's sitting here in the studio with all my Batman stuff around me. Anyway, this is a segment of the show where we just kind of talk about some highlights and news from not only Las Vegas, but here, Virginia Beach, which is why we're coast to coast, which is part of the name of the show now. And you mentioned, as I mentioned, 20 plus years, right, in the Air Force before retirement? Right?
Yes, 22 years.
22 years in the Air Force. So it's actually, then you'll really appreciate this story, because I found a story of a retired Air Force veteran in Las Vegas. After a 20-year career in the U.S. Air Force, Yolanda Bennett wanted to offer an alternative to pet sitting in Las Vegas. I mean, those of you who have pets out there, right? I mean, we have to get pet sitters or something if we want to go away. We can't take the dogs. So if you go to the LasVegasPetSitter.com, in December 2022, I got my teeth working again. After she started this business, after talking with her sister, with a friend, and she spent years at and a lot of people know this place, Fantastic Swap Meet. That's where I get a lot of my Aaron Phillips jackets. Shout out there to Native Fashions at Fantastic Swap Meet. She was going through some financial difficulties at the time, and a girlfriend of hers gave her the idea. She said, I was like, oh my God, I was meant to do this. Now she has over 70 clients that hire her to take their dogs, cats, and check this out. She's going to be able to babysit birds soon. She's going to be able to watch tweenies. Is that cool?
Wow.
Yeah, good for her.
Wow.
Good for her. I have statues of dogs all over my house. Those are the ones that I like to take care of. They don't move, bark, eat, nothing. Now, this is what I think is pretty cool. I don't know what normally people charge for this, but her going rate is $20 a day. $30 a night if she has to spend the night, but she offers a discount off of that for veterans. So me as a non-veteran, I pay $20 or $30, but off of that price, she still offers another discount to veterans who have pets or animals that need care. Plus, she is also CPR certified. Her business is pet insured and recognized by the National Association of Professional Pet Sitters. Her website even offers tricks and tips for owners seeking to learn more about how to best care for their pets. She says, quote, I don't have any children, so it's like my motherly instincts kick in to take care of those fur babies. So again, please check it out. Go visit her at the LasVegasPetSitter.com. That's her website. I've been there. I checked it out. Everything is there. Good for her. I have a soft spot, which is one of the reasons why I fell in love with you. And I say this glowingly. Of course, she is married, so I could say I fell in love with her. And then my wife, I'm married. You guys know. But when we chatted that very first time, you and I met at the Virginia Beach Farmers Market, which from here is really not that far down the road from where I live. And my wife and I went. We love those things, but we also like them because for us, being new to this area gives us an opportunity to go out in the community, just meet people. You know, we don't know anybody, right? We're just trying to get out there. And you and I started chatting. You gave us the taste test, and as a veteran, I have a soft spot for wanting to work with and help veterans promote whatever it is that they want to do. And so for me, it's an honor to be working with you and promoting your business and plus again, I hate, you know, those old sayings, I too am a customer, you know, and supporting it. But I talked about this with the Veterans Day. What does Veterans Day mean for you? I mean, it was last week. We celebrated that Monday. Everything was, does Veterans Day have a certain feel for you? Let's say maybe when you first got out of the service versus today, is there differences? Is there more things you'd like to see celebrated of veterans, which is probably a loaded question, that last one.
I mean, as a veteran, I mean, I've always, through my 22 years, I was always proud to serve.
Sure.
So I appreciate, and I'm sure all veterans appreciate the times when we're honored or a special, you know, remembrance of us. But realistically, I forget that it is about me and my fellow veterans. Right. Sometimes when I see oh, thank you for your service, and somebody says that to me, I'm like, oh.
Wait, what did I do?
Yeah.
My muffins?
Because
your muffins.
Because it seems like, for me, it just seems like that's what I do. Right. You know, that's why I joined, you know, so I appreciate all the love, and we all appreciate the love. But I think it's safe to say that most of us are like, okay, thank you. Thank you for noticing. But, you know, that's just who we are. And that's what
I just wish, and John is a veteran. He was in the Marines back in the Vietnam War. As you could tell, he wasn't exactly 29 when you saw his face earlier before we went on the air. But, you know, so he's a veteran. And one of my co-hosts of my wrestling show, he's a veteran. And I seem to just attract veterans, which is great. I love veterans. I love working with veterans. And it's my way of saying thank you to business owners that vets have, like yourself. And I mean, if I was in Vegas, I'd love to talk to that young lady to help and give back. It's my small way. I can't imagine what it was like for veterans to do what you've done on foreign soil. I'm trying to say the politically correct words here. I can't understand it. I can understand the commitment. One thing though, when you said what you said was you're humbled by the accolades because you did what you did with your job, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got a recognition to be in the Hall of Fame in Las Vegas. So I'm like, well, that's great, but I got it because what did I do? I do what I do, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's unfortunate in my mind. It should be more than just one day a year publicly that we should go out of our way to thank veterans. We should be thanking veterans every day. I don't care if it's a smile. I don't care if it's like you said, just thank you for your service when you recognize somebody's a veteran.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it should be something that we do as a natural course. Thanking our, because without you and a John and Chief out there in Vegas, I can't sit here and be on the air and do what I do if it wasn't for what you guys have done to protect our independence and our democracy. So thank you for all of that. All right. Speaking of democracy, pizza. Who doesn't love pizza? Hey, brother, if you're out there, if you love pizza, raise your hand. Well, did you know that the 4th annual Las Vegas Pizza Festival is coming to Vegas again? That's right. It's going to take place next. What is this? It's later today, actually. As soon as I get off the air, it's from 1 to 4 p.m. local time out there in Vegas. Now, if you have VIP access, which you can get tickets for, you'll be able to get in early, about noontime. You'll have a chance to feast the 4th annual festival offers attendees an all-you-can-eat experience showcasing a diverse range of pizza styles from the iconic flavors of New York and Sicily to the hearty Detroit, along with innovative creation. Are you a pineapple on pizza kind of gal? I'm just curious. That's always a hot topic. Pineapple on pizza.
To be honest, I don't. I used to love the pineapple because I had to have it with the ham, the Hawaiian pizza. But now that I don't eat meat anymore,
gotcha. It doesn't matter.
Then I can't have the pineapple because it brings back too many memories.
There you have it. There you have it. Pick your food by memories, ladies and gentlemen. That's the key advice there. To me, pineapple doesn't belong on pizza. I'm on that side of the ledger on that. But well, that's interesting. Okay. Let's see. Vincent Rotolo, the owner of Good Pie, and Christina Martin, representing Women in Pizza, as the owner of Meniza's Pizza, joined ARC, which is the American Restaurant Council, I believe. Joined ARC Las Vegas and Evan Schreiber to share their. Anyway, the Las Vegas Pizza Festival today, later this afternoon, 1 to 4 p.m. Pacific time. Where's it being held? It's at the Industrial Event Space, 2330 South Industrial Road, Las Vegas, 89102. Presented by Greco and Sons. So if you like pizza, that's the place to go. Last but not least, all you folks from Texas that I used to know there in Vegas, there was a restaurant out. Did you ever spend time in Texas? Were you a Texas gal at all?
I was actually stationed in Texas.
Oh, were you?
Twice.
Are you familiar with Whataburger?
I am.
What is it about Whataburger that everybody loves?
I don't know. Well, I mean, I'm assuming they had good burgers. I had one of my good friends when I was.
I shouldn't be asking you that since you don't eat meat anymore. Were you eating meat at this time?
I was eating meat, at that time.
All right.
But and I would get a burger. I still wasn't a huge meat fan when I was eating meat,
right.
But I had a good friend of mine. She loved when I met her. I met her in San Antonio, and I'm from New Jersey.
Right.
I never heard of Whataburger. She's like, I gotta get. All the time, and I thought she was saying Waterburger. So
Whataburger.
Why would you want a Waterburger? But she was in love with that.
See, if you were in the Flintstone times, you could have gotten a water buffalo burger. That's where the water probably came from. Now, the part of Jersey, as I'm going to see, this is where I tell people I go all over the place on my show. Jersey, right? We talked about this. You were from the same city my kids were born.
I was born in the same hospital.
In the same hospital. How does that grab you? Monmouth Medical Center, right there in the tip of the Jersey Shore coast. Monmouth Medical Center. That's right. My kids were born there, and Pamela was there. So that was another thing that just kind of when you have that commonality, it's just, you just draw to each other. So for all you Whataburger fans, you don't have to keep relying on your friends from Texas to send your burgers or bring them up when they come up to Vegas, because there is a second location. The restaurant has submitted documents to the City of Las Vegas Planning Commission proposing a 3,300 square foot restaurant to be built on the north side of North Nellis Boulevard at Walnut Avenue, just south of East Bay. 3,300 square feet. That's a lot of burgers. That's a lot of burgers.
That is a lot.
They're going to occupy the south half of the site in East Las Vegas, with the north half reserved for future development. So you'll be able to check that out. It doesn't give a time or a specific period. They just talked about that it'll be coming. There is one currently right now in town at one of the casinos, I believe. Where did it say? Oh, it's at the Waldorf Astoria. is a Whataburger. So if you like Whataburgers, you can go downtown for that. All right, let's shift gears to Virginia Beach stuff and news that's happening. Let's see. Who do I want to talk about first? The Dome. You know, we have a dome in Vegas. Did you know that? You're new to Vegas like I am, right? You're relatively new, right?
Very new.
Very
I don't know anything about it except for gambling.
So here's the thing. So the Dome is on track to make a return down near the ocean front. So it's kind of like on the well, I'll give you the address here in a second. So it's already announced. They've already announced their first musical act because it's going to open in September of next year. So they're still about a year away. So a week ago, Live Nation announced 2000s rock bands Papa Roach and Rise Against will play at the Dome on September 17th, 2025. The Dome is a $56 million entertainment venue currently being completed as we speak as part of the larger Atlantic Park project. This is a 3,500 to 5,000 capacity indoor-outdoor venue that'll sit on the corner of Arctic and 20th Street. Okay. All right. It's going to be owned by the city, but operated by Live Nation. Now, the name The Dome pays homage to the former dome-like structure that was the Allen B. Shepard Convention Center at that same site. Popular concert hall sat on that site from 1958 until being torn down back in 1994. The new music hall will feature a giant sliding door that you can open up to have both an open air and enclosed experience. Aside from the main floor, a number of lounges and premium options will be available that include a second-story VIP lounge with an outdoor terrace and balcony. Hiring for the staff will begin early next year. According to the city, with more than 200 permanent positions, base pay will be starting at about $20 an hour. Now, the Atlantic Park is the largest public-private partnership undertaken by Virginia Beach at more than the cost of $350 million. John, just write out a check for that, will you please? The sprawling complex covers 12 acres between 18th and 20th Street down there between Pacific and Baltic. Aside from the entertainment venue, there are already 300 apartments, 2 parking garages, and a 2.68-acre surf lagoon. They're all under construction with city meals, cigarette emission taxes covering roughly $153 million of the cost. Now, last week, Virginia Beach City Council is going to vote on allowing 2 new-to-the-region restaurants to have outdoor dining at the project. My Vida, however the M-I is pronounced. I speak Jersey. What do I know? And The Grill. So 2 new restaurants there. And Virginia Beach native Pharrell Williams has actually been part of the group since 2017, working on this entire project. So another great music venue down there, 3,000 to 5,000 seat place. Last piece of news before we go to break. Are you a history buff? I mean, I want to be in the military. You're naturally attuned to history and things or not?
I am not a history.
I was like, should I give him a bullshit answer with that one? Or no, I'll just be honest. I'm not into history. Leave me alone.
No, not that I'm not into history. Right. I love hearing the stories and hearing things like that. I'm just not the one who's going to pursue it.
Gotcha. Well, you know what groundbreaking radar stuff is, right? That they can use to look under the ground without digging. Well, this recently, about a week ago, they had there was an event held at the Historic Preservation Commission. If you have an interest in local history preservation efforts, the Virginia Beach Historic Preservation Commission had a meeting back on the 12th, which is, I think, Tuesday during this past week, over at their pavilion. Now, why do I bring this up? Well, featured speaker Robert Chartrand, owner of Chartrand Geoarchaeological Solutions, my God, some of these words, will discuss the use of ground-penetrating radar as an aid to archaeology. I watch Expedition Unknown with Josh Gates. I love that show. I think Josh Gates is great. He is an archaeologist, and they use a lot of the ground-penetrating radar for stuff that they want to check, so I'm familiar with its application. It's been a technique that has been used in 7 recent projects. Analysis of a site through GPR can assist in identifying potential features for more traditional investigation. It is also useful in examination of sensitive sites such as cemeteries, where traditional excavations may not be a recommended approach. So if you have any interest in wanting to learn more about that, John, is it like the sphere? Well, the sphere is circular. The dome is probably half the shape. So that would be the answer to your question. But yes, similar to it just being a musical venue. Now, if you are interested in learning more, and maybe even want to get more involved with the Historical Society, You can reach out to Mark Reed. His email is mreed, that's R-E-E-D, like the reed you'll find in the water, at bbgov.com, or you can call him at 757-385-8573. Okay. Vegas Unwrapped 2.0 went a little long, but that's okay. You know why? Because it's my show and I can do whatever the hell I want. Anyway, you're watching Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips. My special guest today, Pamela Richards. She is the owner of Sweet Peas Bakehouse Goodies. I've been showing you the chocolate, but now I'm going to show you some of the other flavors, and we'll talk about all of this. How she got started in this to provide a healthy option for your nutrition. As soon as we come back, you're watching Aaron's Hour. Push the button, John. We'll be right back.
Switching to a vegan dessert doesn't mean sacrificing flavor or texture. At Sweet Peas Bakehouse, our pastries are designed to be just as delightful as their traditional counterparts. Sweet Peas Bakehouse features rich flavors and satisfying textures that will please any palate. From decadent brownies to light and fluffy cakes, each bite is a celebration of natural sweetness free from artificial additives. Indulgent treats that not only taste great, but also nourish the body by visiting www.sweetpeaswithazbakehouse.com. Experience the difference that nature-inspired baking can make at Sweet Peas Bakehouse. Call 804-214-7773 today and taste the goodness.
Hello, I'm Rick Upchurch, former Denver Bronco Ring of Famer. In life, there are rivalries, and then there are football rivalries. Broncos Raiders, Packers Vikings, Washington Dallas. But what happens when those sports rivalries invade a household? You know the scenario. Grandma loves Ohio State, but Grandpa loves Michigan. Novelty Sports Art has the type of artwork that simply adds fuel to the fire. The drip helmets depicted those hated rivalries with a splash of humor and color. These original artwork prints can be hung in the man cave, she shed, or the centerpiece at the next family reunion. Visit www.noveltysportsart.com and order from our listed inventory. You can also call 804-505-5669 for ordering details. A great sports rivalry should be honored as a novelty.
Oh,
Hey, welcome back to Aaron's Hour. By the way, I was corrected here by, what was your title in the Air Force? Did you have a title? Were you like a sergeant, a general or something?
oh, I was Master Sergeant.
Master Sergeant. But
Mhm.
so you were in charge of people.
I was in charge of people, yes.
So Master Sergeant Richard over here during the break informed me, and she made me do 20 push-ups during the break for this mistake. Apparently, I said Vegas referencing something. I meant Virginia Beach, which is why she started talking about gambling. So if y'all out there got disconnected from our conversation, that's my fault. So I'm still in some old habits. Anyway, welcome back to Aaron's Hour, Coast to Coast. I'm Aaron Phillips. Thank you for joining us today. I'm thanking you for making me part of your day today. Sitting with me is a woman that I've absolutely fell in love with because of who she is, her background as a vet, but more importantly, she makes some pretty good goods here. I can tell you that much, and I am a customer. Pamela Richards, she is the owner of Sweet Peas Bakehouse, and she joins me today talking about her business, how we got started, and the whole thing. Thank you for coming on today with me.
Oh, thank you.
You've
for
been
having
dreading
me.
this all week.
Thank
Since
you.
we ever talked about shit, going, I have to come on the air. Yes, you have to come on the air with me. So you're doing good. You're doing much better than I am.
Aaron makes it so much easier, though.
Oh.
So, you know.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, by the way, check out my website, aaronshour.vegas. And by the way, if you go on to the affiliates tab, you will not only see, well, you go to the affiliates tab, you see my new store for shirts. If you like the embroidered stuff, but more importantly, go to the advertisers tab. Why? Because you're going to see Pamela's logo there. And you click on that, guess what? It takes right to her link. You can see all the goodies she has available. So you can go through Aaron's Hour. You can go right through her page. Whatever you want to do. You're on Instagram, right?
Yes.
Facebook.
Instagram, Facebook, yes.
And you're on the public. You set up
I
shops.
am.
You know,
I
right
am.
now you don't have a traditional store per se.
I do not. I am working on that.
Truth be told, we're working on that.
We are.
We're trying to come up with
We
some ideas
are.
together.
We are a team.
I knew I had another story for Virginia Beach. I'll give that one later. Got caught up in paper. Anyway, so yeah, so you don't have the traditional shop. So
do not.
you kind of go more of an untraditional standard way for baked goods. You're out at, like when I met you at the farmers markets.
Yes. Yes. So we're new to the area like you,
Mhm.
Aaron. We just got, actually we lived here before when we were active duty, but we just got back in May, and I was selling my goods down in Louisiana where we came from and wanted to bring it here with me. And we're just starting from the bottom, so to speak. You know,
Just like I was, yeah.
We found Virginia Beach Farmers Market, which is a wonderful market. And they allowed us to set up shop there. So that's where we are on Saturday and Sundays. Looking to expand that, hopefully, in the near future. But for now, we're happy.
I could tell you that. For those who are out there, like in Jersey, a farmer's market would be more like the fruit and vegetable stand. And then, but I want to paint the picture a little differently than what I think most people think of when you see a farmer's market. You're like out at a flea market. You know, you got the people with their tents. This farmer's market is almost a misnomer in that, think of a horseshoe, right? There are brick and mortar, I don't say stalls, but stores. I mean, the vegetable stores are open.
There are some that are permanent.
Right, but there are permanent stores. They're like, there's a butcher in there. There's an ice cream shop in there. There are permanent stores in there. But like the fruit stands, the vegetable stands, they may not be in permanent structure, but they're permanent there. I mean, you can see that the way they're set up. Then there's a pavilion area where in the middle of the horseshoe is open, where you set up and other vendors who want to come for a weekend. And the way they charge is either by a Saturday or Sunday, the weekend, first come, first serve to get your space, right?
Correct.
And then they have like a half a dozen actual festival theme events, which they charge a little more per space, but they will have a music one night or whatever. I know there's one coming up in March. I think that's the first one. And I'm sure by now Kenneth doesn't have any space for me because I was going to go out and sell my books, which, by the way, you can get on Amazon. Let my voice speak to you. Cheap plug. So that's unique. So how did you find the farmers market and be so successful? Because you do very well there.
How did I find it?
Yeah. How did you get to? I mean, how did you find that place? Because you don't live here in Virginia Beach.
Pretty much. I mean, I'm familiar with Virginia. We were stationed at Langley Air Force Base for a long time.
That's right.
So I am familiar with the, Hampton Roads and all that. So basically, I just got on Google and looked up every farmer's market.
Okay.
Because I knew. Okay, let me take it back. So we were selling at the farmer's market in Louisiana.
Okay.
So we did really well at the markets. People were very receptive. So we figured when we moved here, we'll start back there again. Look for the farmer's markets.
Okay. So you already had that inroad idea.
Yes.
Okay.
I actually wanted to try to get in the market closer to me because I don't live on this side of the water.
So you live in Portsmouth.
I live in Hampton.
Well, Hampton. Okay. So for those, you got to go to a map to appreciate this, folks. To get to where I am in Virginia Beach or Norfolk, there's a few water channels, depending upon where you are, to come in from. Yes. And you literally have to go through the tunnel to get to one side or the other.
Yes.
And depending on the wrong time of day, you are sunk with traffic.
Sometimes every time is the wrong time of day.
So, but traffic, was traffic okay today?
It was great.
Okay,
it flowed so well today.
Now we just
was very pleased, very pleased. We got in so late in the year in May. The markets are full. So Virginia Beach was the one that had openings. So we
took it,
grabbed it. Yes,
grabbed it and ran.
So now we set up house Saturdays and Sundays, and then also during the special events, they have a special event every month, except for 2 months in the summer because it's just too hot.
People in Vegas are saying, "What's hot to you all out there?" So you keep saying we were stationed. You're married. Your husband, was he in the military?
Yes, he served in the Army.
Okay,
he didn't pick the right one.
Oh my goodness! I hope
he's not watching.
Well, I'll send him the tape there.
But he knows that too.
Oh, he knows. Of course he does. Of course he does.
No. He's a veteran as well.
Okay.
He served.
What's his first name again? I'm blanking.
His name is Dwayne.
So I said I saw them last weekend, so I get my supply of muffins. We had company in the house, and I love your husband. He's got a great smile. We chat and we laugh. I had one problem with him last week. Did I say it out loud? I might have. You might have been with a customer. He's a Philadelphia Eagles fan.
Oh, that he is.
And I
but do you know what I am?
Cowboys fan, yeah? Yeah, that's right. We talked about that. Yes. Yeah. Well, you and I have nothing to boast about for football this year. Cowboys and the Giants are
No,
sucking wind. The
no.
Eagles, at least they're doing something.
No, but
But,
if you've seen the Cowboys perform this year, you know that
Oh.
I am a loyal girl because I still support them.
That's right. We talked about it last week when I saw you there with the coffee ladies next to you too. But all right, so let's talk about this. So you are a vegan. You said that earlier in the
Yes.
show. Why the switch? Obviously, were you looking for a healthier lifestyle? I take it, yeah.
Yes. So to be honest, I've always chose healthier options like through my whole life. I was in sports, I was running, carried that through when I joined the military, just trying to be as healthy as I can. I was young though, so I was doing stuff, eating burgers, eating Whataburger, like that, know. But I always had that thing about me where I just wanted to do the best I could for what I put in my body. It wasn't until later in life, probably not till after retirement, where I decided to give up the meat. I started doing more research. I was a director at a health and wellness center, so it kind of forced me to do more and trying to help others make better choices. And based on the evidence, I just decided that I'm going to give up that part of my lifestyle. I'm not going to eat meat anymore.
Was it an easy switch? I mean, it had to have been a little withdrawal, I would think, early on, making that transition.
Well, I started slowly. So I went to pescatarian first. So I gave up the land animals, but was still eating the fish and lots of veggies and all that, and eggs, and did the dairy still and all that. But then after a few years, because it's not easy, after a few years, I decided to let go of all of the animal products.
Gotcha.
So I feel good. My husband, he's not as devout as I am as a vegan.
He's probably like, Aaron, thank you for taking her out of the house for a couple hours because I can go snacking right now.
No, but he loves it. He has cleaned up his lifestyle as well and making better choices. I mean, at 35 years old, he's not 35 now, but when he was 35, he was already on blood pressure medicine. It was seemed to be a hereditary thing with the family. So he decided to just, let's eat healthier, let's do better. And now he doesn't take a single pill. He doesn't take any prescribed medications.
Well, it's always easier when you have a partner to do that stuff with. So I get that. Well, kudos to you. But now, how do we try? Because I think a lot of non-vegan folks out there, like myself, when you hear the word vegan, you're thinking, well, what do you eat? Grass? Cardboard? What? So how do you take that philosophy? And again, when I say I love your products, it's genuine. Okay. This is called the Cocoa Dreams. Okay, there's chocolate chips in this too, and the chocolate cake is I throw it in the refrigerator because I like when it hardens a little bit. But you have that. You have pumpkin spice or spicy pumpkin. Okay, perfect for this time. Ooh, look at that! I made it disappear. So you have pumpkin. You have the pumpkin. So how do you take what I think a lot of people have this misnomer that gluten is like tasteless because you're not eating meat, and put it into a product like this that is absolutely delicious and a meal to itself because of how good they are and the weight, and make it so palatable that listen, if you had this next to 9 other non-vegan muffins and it looked exactly, I would have never known that this is vegan. So how do you make it so good? I mean, I know you have secrets. I know we're not going to give away here. But when people hear that word, why are they so delicious? Why? I mean, talk about what goes into these that makes them so good and healthy at the same time.
Well, let me tell you, this is a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, because if you don't know me and you know me a little bit, I am a little bit of a perfectionist where I'm not, even if this has been a journey, like 3 to 5 years of mastering.
Yes.
Putting together a formula, a recipe that is not only good for my taste and anybody else that's a vegan, but everyone. Because we do not discriminate, right? Because just because you're not a vegan doesn't mean we don't want you to do better.
Right.
This is about doing better. And who says we can't enjoy what we eat just because we're doing better? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I take pride in the fact that the ingredients that do go in here, they're all plant-based, and none of them are unrecognizable. There's not a single ingredient on there that is not a natural ingredient
So-
that does not come from a plant source.
The spicy pumpkin, which is right. And by the way, again, you can check out all these flavors on the website, Sweet Peas, Peaz, sweetpeasbakehouse.com. So here's the spicy pumpkin: unbleached wheat flour, pumpkin organic raw cane sugar, organic light brown sugar, coconut oil, unsweetened almond milk, raw pumpkin seeds, Full Circle brand plant-based butter, pure maple syrup, cinnamon apple cider vinegar, baking powder, pure vanilla extract, sea salt, ginger, nutmeg, baking soda, and ground cloves. Contains wheat and coconut. One thing you notice in here, folks, there was no sugar in here, right?
There is
Nope.
sugar.
Well,
It's-
yeah,
it's
but
a
it's
raw
natural.
sugar.
But it's
Right.
natural sugar.
It's not the white refined sugar.
Cane
Mhm.
sugar and all of that is different. Sugar alcohol is
No
nasty.
alcohols.
And
You know.
when I was going through, when Eileen and I were beginning our health journey, and we had to look at labels, sugar is one thing, but sugar alcohol
Mhm.
is even worse than traditional sugar.
Mhm.
And of course, as we know, usually the higher up in the listing an item is, that's a lot more of it up top,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So, but what I just read there, folks, I mean, even in the chocolate one, a lot of what I just read in here is similar to what's in here, with some differences, of course. Non-dairy semi-sweet chocolate chips, organic cocoa powder, coconut oil, unsweetened. You have applesauce in here?
I do.
I didn't know that.
It
You
helps.
don't taste it, but consistency, I bet.
It's unsweetened and it helps with replacing the egg.
Gotcha.
Because the
Gotcha.
egg is a binder and
Yes.
it holds things together and adds moisture. Well, the applesauce can do the same.
Now we're talking about muffins,
Mhm.
okay? But if you go on the website, you can get cakes, you can get cookies, you can get brownies.
Brownies. Mhm.
And again, read between the lines when it says that you can ask for something special, because like we were just talking before we went on the air, we're going to have guests here at our house for Thanksgiving, and we want to have desserts. And my wife makes one special thing for me. That's my chocolate cream pie, my chocolate pudding pie.
Mhm.
But she wants, an apple pie and what. So you're going to take care of that for us. We're going to purchase
Absolutely.
apple pies. We're going to purchase a mix of cookies and stuff for the holidays. So you may not see it on the menu or on the website, but I encourage you to call or message through the website and find out. John, can we put a crawl up there of the website, if you don't mind, please? www.sweetpeas, Peaz, bake. Why am I stuttering on your name of the company right now? Holy cow.
Because you're drooling over those
I am. I just
muffins.
want
Can't wait to get to
sweetpeasbakehouse.com. You're right. I can't. I have my secret stash, and these were just brought today for the show, but they ain't going back to Pamela. They're staying there. So check it out. All right, before we go to break, I'm shifting gears on you.
Okay.
I need my audience to know who you are as a person, besides all this wonderful business. So, gonna fire a couple of quick fire questions out at you. First thing that comes to mind, bang, bang. There's
Okay.
no calling a friend. There's
All
no
right.
asking the audience for help here. Nothing. All right. What's your favorite? Who is your favorite actor of all time?
I'm probably dating myself when I say this, but
With John and I with you, you're not dating anybody. Don't worry about it. We're good.
I have to say Denzel Washington.
I get that a lot. We get a Denzel. A lot. Matter of fact, two guests ago brought up Denzel. So Denzel is a very popular choice for best favorite actor.
We don't get to see him too much
He's
anymore.
in a new movie coming out though. It's a like a Roman battle, it's a Roman based movie. It's a new movie that I just saw where he plays like the bad king or in charge. So
Oh.
he's in.
Oh,
he's in
I'll
that
have to
new
look
movie.
for
Yes.
that one. I'll have to look for that one.
Favorite actress, female side of the ledger of all time.
Actress. Oh wow. I love a lot of actresses. I love movies.
Mm-hmm.
I
Then you'll
don't
love
really,
the next question.
I don't really have a favorite actress.
Okay.
So
So how about I reverse the question on
Okay.
you and say, what actress would you not go out of your way to see?
not go?
Yeah.
Oh boy, oh boy. Now that one is probably harder because there's a
Really?
lot more of those that I would not try
Give me
to
one.
see.
Quick, give me one.
I don't know.
I will come back to that.
I don't. That's a hard one.
So here's a good one. Favorite all-time movie, so that when it comes on either TV or streaming, whatever it is, you sit down, you grab Dwayne, you grab your favorite adult beverage, some snacks, some muffins, cookies, whatever. You turn off your cell phone because you don't want to be bothered for the next couple hours. What movie is that for you?
So that's a two. I have two.
Okay. I'll
Right,
give you a
so-
1 and 1A.
So 1 and 1A. So but the first one though, I can't grab my husband. He runs the other way.
Uh-oh. That means it's a crazy, a tear-jerking
Not
movie?
a bad movie. It's just that he's tired of me watching it. So the original Independence Day with Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum and all them. I love that movie. I will watch them. I will watch it back to back. Like if it comes on twice.
Gotcha.
Like FX would sometimes does that.
Right.
I'll watch it back to
especially
back.
around July 4th holiday.
My husband hates
because you have Independence Day and Independence Day 2, right?
I do not like the second one.
Most people don't. Most
the
sequels
first one is it for me.
I draw the line at the first one.
So I watch that all day long if it comes on. Oh yeah, 4th of July they show like the marathon. I'm on it.
Okay, so that's one. What's the other one?
And then this one is not as old of a movie, and it's Ghostbusters, but it's not the traditional one. It's the one with the ladies,
Melissa McCarthy. Okay.
And the other names are failing me, but that movie, I love that movie.
I got to be honest with that. We started watching that one. We got halfway through it and just didn't do anything for us. I don't know why.
I'm silly, and I just laugh at the.
Listen, I like Batman. I like Adam West. You can't get more silly and campy than that guy.
Oh, I'm a super duper action movie fan. Like I go to see all the action movies.
What's your favorite music genre?
What they call eclectic. So I like all kinds of music because music to me, if it moves me and makes me feel something, then I like it.
Okay.
So that could be rock, that could be country, that could be R&B. The rap game is not really on my favorite list. Some of it is, but for the most part, I like good feel good music. Okay. And if it makes me tap my foot,
then we're tapping.
Then we're good.
So you're driving in your car, come to a red light. You don't care that people are to the left of you, to the right of you. All of a sudden, your all-time favorite song comes on in your car. You want to do karaoke in that right now. What are you karaokeing to in your car? Your all-time favorite song? What would that be?
Oh boy, my all-time favorite song.
Because you don't care if you look like Elaine Bettis dancing. You don't care. People are looking at you. You're just bebopping in that car.
I like it. I like those. I don't like. I have this. I just love music, and if it's one of my favorite songs, which off the top of my head, I can't think of what that is right now. I don't care who's around, especially in traffic. You know how the traffic is.
Right, well, that's right, exactly.
I'm dancing.
You got to entertain yourself. Okay, all right. So you don't care. So you're not hesitating.
No.
Hey, we're going to stop right there as we get ready for a final break of the show as we come back around to the fourth quarter of the show. You're watching Aaron's Hour, Coast to Coast. I got Pamela Richard here. Some of the best goodies you can buy. SweetPeasBakehouse.com. That's peas with a Z. Hey, don't go anywhere. John, hit the button. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Rick Upchurch, former Denver Bronco Ring of Famer. In life, there are rivalries, and then there are football rivalries. Broncos Raiders, Packers Vikings, Washington Dallas. But what happens when those sports rivalries invade a household? You know the scenario. Grandma loves Ohio State, but Grandpa loves Michigan. Novelty Sports Art has the type of artwork that simply adds fuel to the fire. The drip helmets depicted those hated rivalries with a splash of humor and color. These original artwork prints can be hung in the man cave, she shed, or the centerpiece at the next family reunion. Visit www.noveltysportsarts.com and order from our listed inventory. You can also call 804-505-5669 for ordering details. A great sports rivalry should be honored as a novelty.
Switching to a vegan dessert doesn't mean sacrificing flavor or texture. At Sweet Peas Bakehouse, our pastries are designed to be just as delightful as their traditional counterparts. Sweet Peas Bakehouse features rich flavors and satisfying textures that will please any palate. From decadent brownies to light and fluffy cakes, each bite is a celebration of natural sweetness, free from artificial additives. Indulgent treats that not only taste great, but also nourish the body by visiting www.sweetpeaswithazbakehouse.com. Experience the difference that nature-inspired baking can make at Sweet Peas Bakehouse. Call 804-214-7773 today and taste the goodness.
Hi, welcome back Hey, I found the story. I wanted to share this earlier, and I misplaced the paper, but I think it's important to know this. The Virginia Beach City government, during holiday lights at the beach bike night, excuse me, bike night November 14th, which of course is already passed, but hike night on January 1st, there is alternative ADA parking that is available at designated spaces in the municipal parking lots and garages down in the resort area by the waterfront. During this time, free parking is offered at all municipal parking lots, but municipal garages are still subject to a parking rate. There is free metered parking at on-street spaces, except for 300 blocks of 24th and a half and 25th. I love that address, 24th and a half. It's like Harry Potter address.
Yeah, that's what
And
I was
25th
thinking.
Streets, but you can go to virginiabeach.gov/event info for more information. So there is alternate ADA parking. So I wanted to make sure that I shared that with everybody, and I'm glad I found it. Okay. Pamela Richard, owner of Sweet Peas Bakehouse, joins us today with we're talking about her business and her bake products and everything else. And I'll tell you what, it's something that's got to satisfy you when you have people come up to your table and, you have the little plastic cups with the little the little tri-piece thing.
Mm-hmm.
And whether they buy or not, each and every one of them is going to go, oh, that is good. I know I did when I had the job. Like, it's just melting in their mouth, and it's just like, and it's frustrating when they don't buy because they really like the product, but you know that they like the product, and maybe they're not going to buy then. If they come back, I mean, you've got to get some sense of satisfaction when you see these people enjoying your product.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I can't even put into words what that feels. Even if they don't buy, it's like just gives me that confirmation that you're doing a good job. Exactly. That is really good, kind of thing. Exactly. And that's really all I need, because I think I love to hear it. Take a sample, take a couple of samples, think it over, walk around. Yep. Even if you don't buy from me, I hope you have a fabulous day. I believe that those people are eventually going to come around and say, I got to get one of those.
Right. Sure, absolutely.
Or they're going to tell somebody.
And that's planting seeds for that. And it's funny because when I come visit you, and it's funny, we were talking about this last time, I said, she's like my supplier. It's like, I got to call her, Pamela. What corner should I meet you? I'm going to bring the cat.
He is not kidding.
Right?
I will get that text message.
I need my fix.
Did you got 4 chocolates?
That's
for
right.
me?
I need my chocolates. So, but when I'm there with you and people start coming to the table, obviously I back away because I want them to come to the table. But I am their worst enemy, because here I am, I'm standing with her products in my hand and I'm pushing these people. You got to try this. You got to try that. You're going to love it. You're gonna and I'm like her best sales rep standing out there because I'm standing there with the product. And it is true. Like, folks, you guys have followed me for 19 years. I'm in my 19th year doing this. I don't tout anybody unless I have personal experience with it in one form or another, or I'm a direct customer or buyer or whatever. I'm telling you, right now, she delivers locally. But after the first of the year, because you're making changes to your website and structures and all sorts of things, you will be getting your ability to deliver back up at some point in the first quarter of the year, roughly.
For shipping.
For shipping.
Yep.
So John back there in Vegas, who I know loves goodies. We were talking about bear claws beforehand. He will love this stuff. And one of the flavors that I mentioned is Cup of Joe. And Eileen, my wife Eileen, saw that as one of the. She caught Cup of Joe with a Cup of Joe. What perfect marketing can you have with that? So you will be able to get this stuff shipped to you after the first of the year. So you'll need to keep visiting either the website or Instagram or Facebook for Pamela. Or again, you can get to her stuff through my page, ironshour.vegas. Just simply go to the advertisers tab. You'll see her website right there, the logo. Click on it and go right to her link. And reasonably priced. And may I share the price of what 4 costs? Is that okay with you if I do that? Sure. So a bucket of 4, and these are not lightweight. It's $22 for 4. And if my math is somewhat correct, that's $5.50 roughly a muffin, right? $5.50 is 11, and 11 is $22.
Right, when you buy in bulk.
When you buy in 4. I'm only talking the 4. Singles, I don't even know what the price are if you buy one. I don't care. I don't buy it.
Just
I buy them, but I walked up to her last week and I said, I need everything you got, because I had friends, family here, but for $5.50, it's nutritious. I don't know what muffins go for at Starbucks or anything like that, but I got to imagine maybe they're comparable only because of the name Starbucks price-wise. But when you know that this product is literally being handmade from scratch,
it is
better products, it's vegan, it's healthier for you, all of that stuff. Folks, $5.50 is a hell of a deal for just one average price for one of these muffins. It's worth getting. It's worth it. Even if you come to Virginia Beach, let me know you're coming. I'll personally take you down and get some samples and buy. My family that was with me last week, guess what? We had some in the house. Guess what? They went home with a 4-pack of muffins, and they can't wait to find. Actually, they're coming back in December, so I'll make sure they get a resupply.
I'll have some new flavors.
Okay, good,
too.
good. So keep checking things out, because it really is worth the opportunity. It's a healthy alternative to a snack. As a matter of fact, truth be told, that you guys know, well, you don't know, I'm going to break it right now. Starting December 7th, I will have another new sponsor, Tidewater Community College, which is one of the largest commuter schools here in this area. They're looking to expand their footprint for online students, because they have like an enrollment of like 15,000 students. They have 5 campuses around the Hampton Roads area. I'm putting Pamela in touch with Tidewater Community College and telling them, y'all need this stuff for y'all students, because I met my folks at the Portsmouth campus. They had vending machines there. They had let's see, how do I say this without getting myself in trouble with the national chain? Let's just say it's the commercial where the cow is encouraging people to eat more chicken. You guys should be able to figure that out. They're not cooking there. But when I went in to meet my folks there, I was behind the people schlepping the red heater bags and the cool. They had prepared foods that they were selling. And as I sat there at 11 o'clock in the morning waiting for my meeting to start, I'm thinking to myself, these people in this student center really need a better alternative than that chicken product. And right away, I'm thinking, imagine if they had access to muffins or the cookies or some of the others. And that's why I asked my contact, who can we reach out to? So it would be great. That first Tidewater College, then you start reaching major colleges. You'll be like Mrs. Fields before you know it. You'll be Mrs. Richard.
I'll be like, what you call me, and some other people call me that too. The muffin lady.
Muffin lady.
Like, have you been to the muffin lady? She's right over there.
Let me see. That's right. That's what I say. That's what I say. I have you in my phone book. I literally have you in my phone book as muffin lady. My phone book. My contacts here. Let me see. Recents. Well, anyway, you have to trust me. That's what I have it under. Because sometimes I don't remember everything. So, there it is. What does it say in there? You can see it right there. Muffin. I have to have little. You reach a certain point in your life.
Oh, you're just using me for the muffins.
That's right.
I know.
That's right. Just use it for your muffins. You have to be careful in Vegas. Muffins has a whole nother meaning back there. But anyway, that's a whole nother meaning. All right, what do we have left? We have about 5 or 6, 7 minutes left. So let's get back to some of those oddball questions before we wrap up about the goodies, okay? What is your bucket list vacation location? Someplace you'd like to go that you haven't been to get away with Dwayne? By the way, your son's involved in the business too, is he not? Or he just comes along on weekends to be your car schlepper?
He helps a lot. My youngest son, I call him my baby. Of course, you ask him, he's not the baby, but he is my baby.
That's right.
But yeah, my youngest son is
what's his name?
His name is Dylan.
Okay. I don't think he has spoken 2 words anytime I've seen him there with you.
He's not a big communicator. I mean, he communicates, but he's not the most outspoken person, But he's wonderful. He's a great kid. And he wants to help mom.
There you go.
So
nothing better than that.
So my all-time
vacation bucket list location you want to go to?
I got a lot of bucket lists. Vacations.
See, you also
you hear that, Dwayne?
That's right, Dwayne. Hello, Dwayne. Is this thing working, Dwayne?
I have to say, I had
in the Air Force. Did you travel?
Yeah, I was about to say I had the pleasure of traveling for free.
Right. That'll change the bucket list location now.
Spain, Hawaii,
But you went there on work, though. You went there to serve.
Yeah, we serve, but we have days off too.
Okay.
When we're not being deployed,
gotcha.
Deployments, you have no days off.
Gotcha.
But when it's an assignment, you have days off. But I would say it is better to visit Hawaii when you're not on duty, when you're not working.
Okay.
But
so that's your bucket list location.
So I would like to go. Well, I would like to go to Costa Rica.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I want to do some more European countries. I just want to hit them all. I think I just want to do like that European,
the European junket.
Yeah.
There you go.
I want to see them all.
Okay.
I only was able to see a couple of countries when I was over there. But I want to take more cruises because I love it. We took a cruise to the Bahamas and it was the absolute.
We did our first cruise a couple of years ago. We should all go on a cruise then. Especially now the Carnival comes out in Norfolk.
I want to do Alaska.
My dad did Alaska. He said it was
He
great.
didn't like.
No,
Oh,
he didn't.
okay,
He loved
okay.
it. He loved it. But it's not. But now it's on the other side of the country.
Oh, it
Where
is.
were you when I lived on that side of the country? It'd been a lot easier.
We'll just have to fly to that
There you
side
go.
of the country.
Well, but now Carnival Cruises though goes out of Norfolk now, so we do actually have.
They do have one out of Norfolk.
We do.
Because
do
we
actually-
were looking up cruises, like, oh no, there's not. It was a while back.
Yeah. No,
There's not a.
Carnival now goes out of Norfolk. We got them
Okay,
close
we
by
got
now.
it. Cruise it is.
So
Yeah,
even if
we're
we fly to
cruising.
Miami to cruise out, it's not so terrible either.
No, it's not so
Yeah,
terrible.
but Norfolk is close. So
But we've done the Caribbean islands. We
Okay.
want to do Mexico. You know,
Okay.
the places.
our
in
first
there,
place
so-
was Cabo. Was our very first
Oh,
cruise a couple
okay,
years
yeah,
ago.
yeah.
Yeah,
How
we
was
finally got. It was gorgeous. We loved it. We
Mhm.
we absolutely loved it.
Mhm.
All right, next question for you. So we got the big. What's your favorite? Well, I don't want to do that to you because
Okay.
we talked about. I was going to say meals, but I don't want. I'll skip
You
that
know
one.
what? You talked about meal that.
I
what
know.
Was that extravagant? That was my favorite. Pizza is absolutely my favorite.
Is it really?
Meal? Yeah.
So what-
I have to
okay.
be tricky with that.
So what? Okay.
It's
So what?
tricky.
So do you get any toppings on your pizza?
I get all veggies, of course.
All veggies.
All
Okay.
veggies.
Do you have a favorite pizzeria in town? Non-chain, like a local. We use a place nearby called Sal's New York Pizza. Not too far from here.
I don't know. Like we're just finding places.
So we're really in the same boat together. We're still trying to figure out what's nearby, what we like. Well, so I get it. I absolutely get
Yeah.
that. So here's the next question for you.
Mhm.
If money were no object,
Okay.
what's your all-time favorite car that you would love to see parked in your driveway, presuming you don't already have it?
Oh, I don't have that. But Jaguar
Okay.
is. I don't know why I had a fascination with that car since I was a teenager.
Well, the
That
hood
has
ornament
been
is like
my
classic.
dream car, and
Okay.
not the knockoff, little cheap knockoff that they had, because they have one out there that
Okay.
I guess the average person can purchase. No, I want the big.
You want the top line,
classic.
the-
Yes,
Okay. That's why we call it a dream car, the sequence of questions.
absolutely. Would love to have that sitting outside.
If a movie were made about you
Uh-oh.
later on, who
Okay.
would you like to see star as you in that movie? I know you'd get Denzel to play her husband. That part is easy. Right? Am I right? I mean, Denzel, right? But who would you like to see star as you in your own movie about your life?
Wow.
See,
You
that's where I
know
get
what?
paid. I
I
get
have
paid the top dollar to ask these tough questions.
Maybe I'm just not dreaming big enough because that has never crossed my mind.
That's why I do what I do, folks.
You know, to say I'm still like a humble girl, and my husband tells me I need to get out of that because I mean I still like even though you buy from me a lot,
Mhm.
I still worry about I wonder if he liked it. I hope it was good enough, kind of
The
thing.
day I don't go 2 weeks without calling you, that's when you worry. If it goes like 6 months and you don't hear from me, then we know we have a problem.
So a movie about me, I'm like, oh.
Well,
a
you never
movie
did give me your
about little
female
old
actress
me.
either, so
No,
I could see
didn't.
Cicely
didn't.
Tyson.
Cicely is great. I haven't seen Cicely in a long. Oh, Cicely's passed away, unfortunately.
That would be
but-
kind of tough to
yeah,
see her. That would
but
be
even
magical.
so, I do love
Who's it?
Cicely.
Why am I blanking? You watch the show 911 on Fox?
Oh,
The cop. Why I can see her face. Alfred.
no, that's not what it is. She also played in the Black Panther movie as
Yes.
the mom,
Yes, I'm going to
Um,
look it up real quickly. here.
Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett.
Angela
There you go.
Bassett. I
see-
love Angela Bassett.
I can see that.
I love it. You
That
know
would be
what?
my vote.
She is one of my favorite actresses.
So there you go. So Angela Bassett and what's his name? Denzel. He would play your husband. You got Andrew. Although if you could sign on Denzel, you probably stars yourself, I would bet, in the movie. So sorry, Dwayne. Yeah, right. Don't tell anybody. Okay, gotcha.
There's nobody who can really replace me, so I'm gonna do it. All right.
Okay, there you go.
I'll sacrifice
Nobody
it
can
and
capture
play
my
co-star.
essence but me.
Especially when
When it's
Denzel's playing.
Denzel, it's there. Exactly. That's the right answer. All right, last one of these questions. I'll let you off the hook. It's really the only somewhat serious one that I ask.
Okay.
When the day comes, and it's going to be for many, many years to come, that you are standing at the pearly gates and the maitre d' is there to greet you, what is it you want to hear the maitre d' say to you upon entering the pearly gates?
Besides welcome,
It could be as simple as welcome. That's okay.
the welcome, and I just wanted, I just want to hear those words that something simple as thank you for doing your best.
There you
Thank you for thinking of others. Thank you for just being you, kind of thing. Because I'm pretty humble. I don't think I'm all that, different or special from anybody else. But there's one thing that I always try to do. I always try to do my best, especially when it comes to others.
Right.
I'm not the most important thing in this world. We are all going through these hard times. We all have problems. Everybody has their own things that they're dealing with, right? And I respect that, and I just want people to know that whatever is going on with you, I have no animosity, no envy, none of that. I want us all to succeed, and let's all do this together, kind of thing.
Absolutely.
So I just wanted to say thank you for just doing the best you could do.
If I can say thank you for giving a shit about other people.
Yeah.
Right. That's it. But that's that's probably the only one. That's really the only soul searching question I ask. Because at some point we all wonder, like, am I going to go up? Am I going to go down? Did I do?
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I do what I do because I love to do it, to help others, to be who I am, or to hey, good morning, how you doing? Just seeing people.
Right.
So it's nice to hear that. And I get so many some funny answers to that question. Real thought-provoking. That's why I like to ask that one question. It's a little bit of soul-searching. All right.
Yeah.
Sweetpeas.com. Sweet SWEETPEAZ. Why did you put a Z in there, by the way, instead of an S? Because I was actually asked that by my brother-in-law who was here in the house last week. So why is it not?
Because it's different.
So there was no reason other than it just being different. No, I'm curious.
I thought it had a little bit more pizzazz than just a straight P.
No, I think that's fine. No, I whatever the reason, it is unique to it because you can type in Sweet Peas with an S Bakehouse and a ton of websites come up for bakeries. So with the Z, very few come up. So it makes sense. Look, the thing about branding, folks, here's lesson number one that people forget. You got to make yourself stand out. And if a Z versus an S does it, and having good products to boot, ain't nothing wrong with that.
I can tell you another little story about the Sweet Peas.
Yes.
Like a lot of people think that my name is Pamela. So a lot of people think I'm calling myself Sweet Peas. Sweet Peas.
Okay.
But actually, Sweet Peas is because I create vegan, so non-dairy, plant-based product.
Okay.
And peas are plants.
Yep.
But they're sweet. What I sell is sweet. So that's why I said Sweet Peas. Because you've got veggies, so to speak, that are sweet.
This is sweet. I don't know about sweet peas. I grew up on a household that opened up Del Monte cans. So I don't know how sweet these, though, are sweet.
I do have to say, some people, when they see plant-based, they think, so what are you using, broccoli or green beans? I kid you not, I had a person say that to me. And I
wonder where my wrong cooking went.
Said, no, that just means no milk, no cow's milk, no eggs.
That's right.
Okay, so it still has a sweetener. It's a raw sweetener, but it still has that. Still has flour. We're still using that. It's just everything comes from plants. There you go. Everything comes from plants.
Well worth the effort to try. We are out of time. Thank you, Pamela, for coming in.
Thank you.
We
Thank you for having me.
As always, everybody, thank you for watching. If I don't show up next week, it's because I'm in a coma of muffins right now. As always, be kind to everybody. Why? We're all we have. Off the top of my head, I know I have somebody scheduled for next week. I just don't know who it is. So you know what that means? You've got to follow me on social media. Aaron Phillips, my personal page. Aaron's Hour Show is what you'll find me on Facebook. And of course, please visit my website, aaronshour.vegas. You're going to see Pamela on there under sponsor. And of course, my other new sponsor, Novelty Sports Art. Rod, we were talking about him the last time with that paint can of stuff. Yes. He's on board too. Hopefully we'll hear from him down the line. And of course, you can find my new swag shop, embroidered products with all my show logos, shows I've hosted, that I produce, whatever it is. And I even got worldwide digital broadcasting on my website. You can go out there, shirts, embroidered products, hats, whatever you want. Check it out. You can go to the website, check it out. All right, with that, everybody, have a great week. Thank you for watching Sweet Peas Bakehouse. Check it out. Good stuff, nutritious, and it's because I said so. Have a great week, everybody. Be kind. Why? We're all we have. See you next time right here on Aaron's Hour. Darren Phillips.